Hello, my diamonds. My diamonds. It's SheilaTruelove here with you, my beautiful diamonds. Diamonds. Getting ready to sprinkle some diamonds on you. How many women have made this mistake in terms of not caring so much about how much money a man makes, or you see him struggling and you've worked like you've been very patient and a ride or die, if you will, in terms of trying to help him get on his feet, and you've been more than understanding, and we know and it blew up in your face. Okay, we already know about Tyler Perry telling women, encouraging women to do more instead of telling these men to do better. No, giving us more to do while letting the men off the hook. That's just comical. I can't even believe Tyler Perry would say such a thing. But I'm going to share a couple of clips with you about exactly how most women around the country, and he's not just directed. I'm not going to say that's just for black women, because you have most of these men I hear Caucasians, I hear Asian women telling women, don't do it. Don't deal with men who make less than you. Stop messing around with these dudes who expect for you to do the financial heavy lifting. I'm a 50-50 type of girl, but you have a lot of women who ain't trying to hear none of that. You have some women who are willing to do 70-30, and that's cute. I agree with that too. I agree with that, because at least she's contributing something towards the rent, the food, and the utilities, so now she has some say-so. At the same time, let's share these clips, because the women are freaking out with that Tyler Perry comment. You know, if he can't pay the mortgage, or he can't pay the rent, or he can't contribute to food, or he can't do utilities, or he don't have his own car, or he don't, be grateful if he could pay the light bill. Really? Let's listen in, girls. The women all over the world are outraged. Now, you know how much I love her, honey. This is my girl, Sherry, the way she expresses herself and the way she breaks it down, I love her. I love her so much, and I have nothing but the highest of respect for her and women like her. Hold on, guys.
Thank you for this comment. Yes, many of us have already gone out and made this damn mistake. Many of us have already seen our mamas or our grandmamas or somebody already make this damn mistake, trying to be with a man because he's just a good man and not care about whether or not he can actually contribute to the household. We've been there, done that, bruh. Shit don't work. Oftentimes, like the comments say, these are the men that treat you the worst. These are the men that actually resent you, despise you because you can do it. They still will go out here and cheat on you because in the house with you, they don't feel like a man. They don't feel like they can lead you. So they will still go out there and get a woman who ain't even up to you to cheat on you with, because they looking for someone to validate them. So no, this does not work for us. I, for one, have allowed a man to sit in my house and save up for a few months so that he can get on his feet. And do you think he appreciated it?
Hell no.
Do you think those few months later he was able to really contribute the way he wasn't? No. And for these men that are continuing to come back with all this content for women, won't y'all do some videos for y'all brothers telling them about how they need to step up? Y'all keep on doing videos telling us how we need to step the hell down. Nah, do some content teaching these men that they need to step up. Men can do all kinds of jobs, physical jobs, construction jobs, labor jobs. They can do more jobs than we, because not only can they work in an office, they can actually go out here and lay some damn cement and every damn thing else. Why can't they make more money than us? Why can't they make the same amount of money than us? If you are a man that cuts hair, you can make a whole lot of money cutting hair. You a man that's a construction worker, you can make a hell of a lot of money doing construction, starting your own business. So why would I have to settle, or my sisters have to settle for a man that can only pay an electricity bill? That's some lazy shit, and that's a lazy ass man. No thank you. Thank you for this comment. I've already seen our mamas or our grandmamas or somebody already.
For the most part,
here we go.
Black women are making the money. So if you can find love,
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take a man in who's making less than you. It's trouble. A man can make a lot of money doing physical labor. I've got to hire movers. They charge $100 an hour. So a man can make a woman can get in a profession that pays a lot of money, but a man can just step outside his door. If he has any kind of work ethic, he can still outwork you. Men were designed for work. I don't believe in pushing underachievement on men. I think that society is falling apart because of that. It's just a lot of men standing out around and not doing anything, and that's trouble. I believe that people should have something to do, especially men. It's a matter of self-esteem. So no, it doesn't matter how much I make more than him. He has to pull himself up. It has to be a parallel thing, and we have to be eye and eye. We have to be equally yoked, or else the ox is going to collapse because the jackass is dragging his behind, and the ox is going to collapse under all the weight. So, no, I disagree with Tyler on that. And as a matter of fact, he had a really good film, Acrimony, that showed the how the weight of everything on a woman can collapse a relationship. And this woman was real long suffering. She was married to this guy, I think 20 years. And he just, he had his dream, and all he did was work on his dream. He didn't have a job. She worked 2 jobs for, I think, 20, 25 years. And she finally just collapsed under the pressure and the exhaustion of doing that, because women are not designed for that. Women are not designed for hard labor. That's just not women are designed to keep the house together and keep the children together. They're not designed for hard labor, heavy labor, beast of burden type stuff. So on this one, Tyler, I got to disagree with you.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, please go back and watch the video that this comment come from. So the comment reads, what's interesting is that nobody ever tells black men to better themselves and to elevate themselves. But black women has to lower their standards. Crazy world we live in. We are seeing video after video. And again, this is pertaining to Tyler Perry telling black women that we need to lower our standards and lower ourselves to allow these black men. I know he isn't making as much money as you. I know he don't have a degree like you do. But let him into your house. If he could pay the light bill, at least he'll do that, And this is always targeted to black women. It is never them talking about how black men, how they're going to evolve black men, make them better, cut down on their the hurt and harm they causing women. None of that. But you always hear them talking about how black women should behave, think, talk, dress. They always have an opinion on us, but never on them. They talk about how we pick the Pookies and the Ray Rays, not how the Pookies and Ray Rays are made, created, their behaviors, their hurt and harm they cause to women. So y'all need to sweep around your own front door first. Stop worrying about women and what women is doing, and focus on men and men's behavior. Y'all unemployment rate. How many of y'all on child support? Like, there's so many other things that black men could be worrying about instead of trying to police black women. That's it.
Even the men are saying that they're pretty much useless. Is this not embarrassing? Let's watch this.
A lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you, and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that Yep, she makes most of the money. All I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you can the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
At this point, Tyler is saying that the men are so concerned all over social media about weaves and makeups, they have not even established themselves as adults to be able to take care of their own bills. So to the fact of you saying about relationships and marriages, you shouldn't be concerned about no marriage when you yourself as an adult cannot even pay your bills to be able to live on your own. So instead of making sure that they have their finances in order, they are able to say, you know, I ain't got much to offer you, but you know I'm going to love you unconditionally. And oh yeah, I got a little $20 on the light bill. This is why I say you cannot be concerned about a marriage when the person themselves, they can't lead in their own finances. They can't even lead their own life, but yet they want to turn around and saying that they're going to lead a family, that they need to be the head of the household. Other men have now told the world that you are useless, and you're not even arguing with them about what they're saying, and they're representing you. You are all over social media talking about some, well, the weave and makeup. This is an embarrassment all around. Anyone that is saying that marriage is going to miraculously save us, you need to wake the hell up. Because Tyler Perry, who is extremely successful, and at one point he had stated that he was homeless, he got himself by the bootstrap and literally followed a passion that he had so that it allowed him to be extremely successful. And if I'm not mistaken, Ava DuVernay was the person that interviewed him that was saying, yeah, you so right, Tyler, where even on her history, she is very successful. And yes, there are some folks that finances doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the woman is successful or the man is successful, they're going to make it work. That's them. If finances does matter, you need to stop playing these weirdo games talking about some, oh, well, you should just love them through the struggle. Love them through the struggle. We're in 2023, folks. It's a red alert everywhere. So if you are already struggling on your own, but yet you're around here talking about some love is going to see us through, your lights will be turned off. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Are men telling you that they're useless? Or are you finally listening to them and making the smart decision on your own as to what partner and what you want to do with your life?
Now, you notice how Tyler Perry, he said, especially black women. I know I may get into trouble for saying this, but you know, a lot of these black women, they want a black man. They're insistent. This is the gist of it. I'm giving you pretty much where I think he's coming from. You have a lot of ebony women who want nothing, because I look at Kendra G also. And majority of these ebony women, they don't want to branch out to other races of men. You have Caucasian men who absolutely love Asian men who love ebony women. But you have so many black women who are so insistent on just sticking with a black man. I'm going to love him through his struggle. All of this struggle love nonsense, whatever, child. And then you have these women of today, and they're saying that they're looking for a man who's 6'6", which is the number of the devil. They want him with a six-pack, nice body. They want him to be 6 feet, 6 feet and up, and they want him to make six figures. And they want this from a black man. How many black men do you honestly believe are out there who is making six figures? Not many, sweetheart. So, you know, what Tyler Perry, I think he's trying to say is if he's able, which is ridiculous, pay the light bill, since you're so insistent that you got to have a black man, when you have a lot of black men who have felonies, they have criminal records, you know, and they're not doing that well financially. And if you're so insistent on having this black man, then you got to take what comes along with this, a black man, which is struggle love. But what I like is the point that Sherry brought out, and what the young lady that we just previously watched, Sherry brought out, there's so many ways for black men to make money. They have physical strength, construction work. Like I remember when I was married to my ex-husband, well, he's always been a worker. He's a Taurus, and he's materialistic. He was getting SSI, and he was working, getting paid every week also. Because I'm not going to stay with no broke man. I've never been with no man who don't have something financially to bring to the table. And I think that came from my first husband, my children's father. He was always a great provider, always gave me his whole paycheck and the stub. All of it, you know, and that's what I got used to. So me going forward, I've never been with a man who would live off of me for free or just, no. But anyway, I told my ex-husband, you know, because I business oriented, I said, why don't you get a truck and, you know, a 4-door truck, and then we could open up our own moving company. I can do the advertisement, the marketing. I'll come up with the clients. You'll come up with clients too, because you know a whole lot of people from all over the place, and they're always moving because they always got to move because they got drug issues and alcohol issues and gambling issues. So they always need someone to help them move. That's business. Did he follow through with that? No, he didn't. He ended up getting caught out there in the mix on mind-altering substances, and it just wasn't good. I mean, he spent so much money giving it to these poison pushers. He's already bought these poison pushers a house, put their kids through school, got these poison pushers the latest cars with all the money that he was throwing towards that and thoughts and sex workers and all that dumb nonsense. Anyway, he didn't have a very good business mind. Anyway, it ended because he cheated on me. You cut my throat. You don't roll the dice twice on that. As you know, if you know anything about SheilaTruelove, you don't sit up there and betray me and think you're going to come back. That ain't happening. But back to the point, should women sit here and love these men through their struggle? No. But I also want to bring out this point that if all of you women, you're saying that you want this man with 6 figures, and you honestly believe that you're not going to share that man? Are we serious? Are you delusional? That's not going to happen. And any woman who's willing to share a man, that's a woman who don't care about STDs. And when you don't care about STDs, then you don't care about your life and you don't care about your health. So that means you're not wrapped too tight in your head. As you know, I always suggest that women stay single, make your own money. Women are, this day and age, we're going to school, educating ourselves. Women are we're doing it up. We're blowing up. And these men can see that. That's another reason why they're so angry, because we don't need them anymore. Not like that. So we don't have to put up with their abuse and their betrayal and cutthroat and stabbing us in the back and all this dumb nonsense. You know, they're angry about that. Very angry. Oh, well, get over it. Build a bridge. I also want to make this point. When it comes to women, what is it, little one? When it comes to women, come here, Tuti. Come here. Let the people see you, Dee. Here's Roy. Say hi, everybody. You haven't seen me in a minute, but it's me, Roy. I'm royalty, and I reign supreme. I'm notorious. I'll crush you like a jelly bean, because I'm regal. Okay, so women have so much more power than they give themselves credit. Like I was saying, if women insisted, if you want to be with me or have anything to do with me, you've got to have a college degree. You've got to have a trade. At least have gone to trade school. You have to have a college degree. You have to have this. You have to have that. Do you know how many men would be in college? Do you know how many men would have a trade? If women said, you know, you're not touching me. No, Do you know how many men would do so much better if women were to have boundaries and standards and stick by it? This is another thing that I was talking to my girlfriend, and we keep going back debating over this because she's trying to act like women are these victims. You're not a victim, sweetheart. You're making these choices. You're volunteering to sign up for these dusties. You know, insist. You have to have this. You have to do this. You have to be faithful. And that's another thing that women are upset about is when you're sitting up here, you're willing to, you know, try to work with the man because he's not financially together. You would think that me trying to help you out, you would at least, bare minimum, be faithful. Be loyal, have some integrity. They can't even do that. They won't. They can. They won't even do that. They have the nerve to even cheat on you when you're sitting up here trying to help their stupid behind out. That's how stupid they are. But like I said, I promote women supporting women. Women are more nurturing. Women focus on your community. Focus on bettering that. Focus on women supporting women, helping women. We're more loving. We're more communicative. We're more reasonable. You can reason with us more so. We're more sensible. Being with a man, to me, you must be a S&M freak. Sadistic masochism. You must love being abused. You must love a lot of drama. Something's not right with you. Anytime you want to keep signing up, and they are, check out Kendra G when you get a chance. It don't make no sense. Anyway, let's get back to how more of these ladies are feeling in terms of Tyler Perry's ridiculous suggestion women do more instead of telling men to do better. Tell these men to step up. You have so many different areas that you can make money, dude. Let me tell you what else I think about. You have a lot of these people who have drug habits, and then you ask them, how much is your addiction a day? Some people have a $300 a day addiction, $200, even if it's $100 a day addiction, and they manage to come up with the money to do all of that. Going to stores and stealing or selling stuff, and so they got good selling skills. Be a salesman, insurance, or selling, be an insurance person, because it's obvious you're good at selling. You just sit up here and support a $300 a day addiction, and you're managing to do it. Here we go.
Works, at whatever job, and is a good man. And is
Tyler, and I'm going to touch your hand when I say this. Go put on your wigs and your heels and come back to me woman to woman, because you are speaking from a viewpoint you have never lived out of, honey bunch, okay? You have all this unresolved trauma with your own father, which is why you struggle to hold black men accountable. You yourself have to cosplay a black woman and pander to white America for 30 fucking years just to become the multimillionaire that you are. What I see right now is a gaslighting page right out of Oprah's book. You're scared because you just got this studio and the writers are on strike that when we come back from all of this shit, black women are no longer going to tune into you because we have healed past the point of accepting this type of bullshit as entertainment. I'm willing to bet your entire net worth that you can't make a movie or a television show without the concept of struggle of somebody got to be on the brink of divorce, somebody mama got to have cancer, somebody has to have a wicked baby mama from fucking hell. Because what I heard was black women should take care of black men and stop expecting black men to be able to take care of them, which makes perfect sense coming from you because you created Medea to sustain Tyler, did you not? I'd have made it better had you turned around and said, black men, you need to learn how to submit to black women, because I'm not going to be the provider and he gets to be the motherfucking lead. He's not leading me into debt. I make enough money for me, but now you telling me I gotta feed 2 mouths? If I could afford it without you, I should be able to afford it 2 times over when I get with you. You would think after painting the black community in such a negative light for the last 30 years, you yourself would know that black men are the most insufferable people on the planet when they don't have any fucking funds. If black women wanted to settle for something less than what we're deserving of, we would simply audition for one of the roles that you're casting for.
And that came from Jasmine, Jasmine. And one thing that I forgot to mention is how Tyler Perry said there was a time when he was homeless. So there was a time when he was doing really, really bad. Now, the same way that Tyler Perry picked himself up by his bootstraps and he managed to work his way up to look at where he is. He's not a multi-millionaire. This man is a billionaire. Now, if he can manage to do that being a homeless man and all the trials and tribulations that this dude went through, why can't these other men manage to pull it off? Homeless. Anyway, I want to close with my girl, Sherry, because I love her so much. Let me see if there's anything else here that they got going. Hold on.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for
Especially
saying
black women.
that is okay. That's not a beautiful thing.
No, man.
As long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay
is a light bill?
You know how guys are. Most of guys' problems are when they broke. When you hear guys say I'm fighting demons, or I got a lot going on.
Let me just redo this for you guys. Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna share it. This is a man's viewpoint, ladies. Let's listen in. God help us all.
secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money. All I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff,
Ain't no security in a man that's only paying the light bill. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. It just ain't. Do you know how guys are? Most of guys' problems are when they broke. When you hear guys say I'm fighting demons or I got a lot going on, typically it means they ain't got no money. They broke. I've been there, so I know. And most men have been there. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't try to get out of it because they don't hold themselves to a standard of having the money, working for the money, and manage the money. Now, there's a difference between a woman making more money than you. I don't really see an issue there. But when you say he only gonna pay the light bill and he ain't gotta have nothing else, like, that's what most women problems come from. When a guy's broke and they with him. That's just the wrong mindset.
A lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this.
You're going to get trouble for saying this because you don't date women. Stop giving relationship advice to women when you don't date women. Dude, bro, maybe you should keep this between you and Elton John. It's not like a catch. Picture this. He's amazing. He's incredible. He's thoughtful. He's loving. He's kind. He's monogamous. He's all those things. He can only pay the light bill, though. Still sound like a catch? Tyler Perry seems to think so.
If that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill, as long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you pay the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then, that is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, we are not about to have struggle love, be glorified. I don't care if a man is a good man. That doesn't mean that he's the right man for you. Maybe I, as a woman, don't want to be the primary breadwinner. Is that okay? Am I allowed to say that I want a provider? So it's funny to me how women are always expected to settle and meet a man where he is and just look at a man's heart. But they look at your face. They look at your body. Just the other day, I posted a video about this guy that was like, oh man, she's perfect when you're loved the right way by the wrong woman. She just doesn't look the way I want her to look. Oh man. Another man said, I think she's a cool woman. I just don't like her face. So they can look at your face and body, but you're supposed to look at their heart? No, I'm looking at that wallet too, sir. I don't want to be the primary breadwinner. I don't want to be the one who is in charge of all the bills. You could be a nice guy, but you may not be the nice guy for me. A teenager can pay a light bill. Like a teenager with a little part-time job at McDonald's can pay their own phone bill. No, as a grown man, I'm expecting more. And I don't care if it is Tyler Perry. I said what I said. A grown man should be able to take care of himself. I'm not his mommy, I'm his mate. So if that's all he can do, let him find somebody else who's willing to do it. Pick somebody else. This ain't nothing but the whole bus driver thing all over again. Why can't you get with a bus driver? Maybe because I don't want to. Is that all right? Maybe because I don't want to. This man who also thinks he's too good, no BBLs, no weaves, no eyelashes, no makeup. They got a list as long as their doggone arm about what they don't want. But as soon as a woman says she wants a provider, man, what's going on? If he can only pay a light bill, but he's a good guy, let somebody else be with that good guy who can only pay the light bill. And let me also say this. If all he has is light bill money, he's not working hard enough. Because there's no way that I'm out here paying the mortgage and the car note and all these different bills, paying all the utilities except for the light bill. But that's all you can seem to scrounge up. You need that hustle gene. You don't have enough hustle in you. You don't have what it takes to lead a family. Because what if something happens and I can't work? We can't survive off of light bill money.
Could we have said that any better? I like the point that she brought out because it slipped my mind, but I was thinking about it when I was in my office. And I was thinking in terms of, men get on women's case talking about how materialistic we are and how we're supposed to care about his personality, his character, and what's in his heart. But if I was ugly and if I was fat, would it matter to these men how, let's just not even say that if I was ugly, let's just say if I was just below average, okay? Do you think these men honestly care about how amazing my personality is, my character, my morals, my values, how decent of a human being I am? Do you think they would care about that? If I was living my 600-pound life, I don't know if you've ever seen that show. Or if I was weighing 400 and 500 pounds, and I just looked like, I don't know, below average. I don't want to use anybody's face, whatever. Do you think they would honestly care about how good my heart is? No, they're shallow and superficial as well. And then the moment a woman says she wants a man who's a decent provider, which I care about the spiritual part along with the monetary and material part. Without the spiritual, that's a deal breaker for me too. But staying on point, no. They have their criteria, and then the moment the woman has her criteria, you want to slander her. You want to throw her under the bus, talking about how much of a gold digger she is, how no good she is. It don't make any sense. And I want these men to focus on that part. Focus. I'm a beautiful human being, imagine. And I am. Personally, if you want my view. You don't care about a woman who's an amazing human being if she don't have a certain look. Or, oh yeah, don't forget colorism. She's an amazing woman, but she's dark-skinned. And people have got to understand also that there's a difference between people who are good and people who are nice. Good people are people who are genuine. There's a difference between a good man and a man who's just nice. If his morals and his values are not in coincide with the scriptures and in harmony with the Bible, as far as I'm concerned, that's not a good man. Now, good to me is someone who's genuine, genuinely good. They apply Matthew 7:12. That's a good person. They treat people the way they want to be treated, and they would never do to you what they wouldn't want done to them. That's a good person. A nice person is someone who's just going through the motions, cordial, fake, phony. So anyway, Tyler Perry, the same way you pulled yourself up from poverty, hardship, homelessness, that's the same thing that these men can do. And for the ladies who want to have children and start a family, you have got to broaden your horizons and stop saying, I want a black man. He got to have 666. That's the devil, child. You want the devil because you damn sure going to be sharing a man who got 666. 6 feet tall, a six-pack, washboard abs, and he got 6 figures. Yeah, that's the side of the devil. But don't you think for one moment, like I said previously, if you got a man that's making 6 figures, you sharing that man. Don't even think any differently. You're sharing him. You got a lot of women who, like I told you, if I wasn't a Christian, I would definitely be a side piece. Not a PIECE. I would be a PEACE, side piece, because you get all the benefits, all the perks. The wife gets all of the house slave, house servant, all of the what I have listed here. What am I missing out on because I choose to stay single and I choose not to be a domestic slave, a domestic servant? What am I missing out on? And what am I missing because I choose not to be attached to a dude for the rest of my life? Most dudes tell you that you're going to you're going to be lonely as hell. You're going to have a house full of cats. I have one cat, by the way. I love Royalty. He's amazing. Yeah, he's a way better companion than any man I've ever experienced. But here's the way I see it and the way so many other women see it. What are we missing out on? What are we missing out on? A whole lot of unpaid labor that is rarely appreciated. You're missing out on, here's what you're missing out on because you choose to stay single. A whole lot of cooking when you don't feel like it, cleaning, laundry, emotional labor, giving birth to children you probably don't, that grows up to be half the time unappreciative. Mom is a bitch, mom is a narcissist. She stayed on the job, mind you. But listen to the way most of these adult children talk about their mothers. It's disgusting. Okay, so what else did you miss out on? Missing out on the fact that you're also working as a woman. You know how to bring home the bacon, fry it up in the pan, and pay bills. Marriage does not serve women the way that it serves men, and women need to wake up to that. But start talking to them, child, please. You're going to always find women who are stuck on stupid, just stuck. Stupid. Alone does not mean lonely. Marriage is for those who can't maintain being happy unless they have a man. A man is their be all, their do all. I can't be happy because I need to be validated. I can't do that for myself. You know, God in Christ, that's not good enough. Oh no. No, I need to be accepted. I need to be validated. I need for him to tell me. Because I'm too dumb to know it for myself that I have value and worth. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't. Like I said, marriage is for people who these days going forward, and I'm not trying to knock married people because there are some women who got good husbands. There are some men out there, believe it or not, who really take God and Christ seriously. And I say what God puts together, no one should pull that apart. But Satan is putting all this stuff together. Satan, the devil, is putting these things together. That's why the divorce rate is so high. The separation rate is skyrocketing. Put it together, and it's like 90% of these relationships are not working. God is not putting none of this nonsense, this craziness, this Tyler Perry crap. God is not putting any of that together. You could trust and believe. Anyway, it says here also. You know what? I gotta bring this up, and then I'm gonna close. The Delaney sisters. They lived to be 104 and 109 years old. And what was the secret when you read their book? They didn't have no man living in their house. They didn't take no man seriously, sweetheart. 104 and 109 years old. I rest my case. Diamonds, diamonds. That's my new thing. Don't forget to like. You may not want to comment because sometimes I feel too lazy to comment sometimes too. But at least press the like button, the thumbs up button. I love you.